that is. Alrighty, I think I am good to go. Right. Hopefully the music's not too loud. Alrighty, well I'm gonna get going with this and we'll see what happens. Let's pin this. Pin. Right, so I started this, I think it was Monday, and I did say I was going to finish it off stream, but I think I want to carry on with it today since I've got a bit of time. Yeah, so I'm going to get going with this. If anyone pops into the stream, make sure you say hello. I need to bring up my reference. Let's try and get this to focus a little bit. So this is what we got done on the stream on Monday. So most of his face. I just need to do the top of his head, basically. What do I need? Reference picture. That would be helpful. Hello, if you're just hopping in, welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today I'm going to try and finish this off on the stream. Let me just find my reference picture and then I will get going. If you're new here and you like what you see, please hit that like button and tell me in the comments who is your favorite FNAF character. And also, if you really do enjoy your time here, consider subscribing because it really does help the channel out. Where is my reference picture of good old Freddy? Where did I save that? Did I not save it? I thought I had it. Alright, well I might have to use... There we go, that's good enough. Same picture, just right. Okay, so I'm gonna get going with this. Like I said, if you're new here, make sure you say hello in the chat below. And if you like what you see, like and subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Right, so I need white and black. And if you're curious, I'm using a paint called gouache. If you've never heard of it, it's kind of like an in-between mix between watercolor and acrylic. So it's got that really thick acrylic feel, but you can also like really water it down and have like that watercolor effect too. It's a really nice paint. I really love it. It's really great for blending. Right, where are the browns that I used? All the browns for Freddy Fazbear. Right, so I was gonna do the shading on his teeth next, I do believe, and then just go around that muzzle area again. So we are gonna do that. Also, I have a stream tomorrow evening as well at 6:30. It's gonna be an animation stream. I'm gonna be working on my new Gravity Falls animation called Dolls. So if you're interested in animation, make sure you hop over there tomorrow. Right, I want... Also, is my mic on? Better double check that. I think I might have turned... Nope, microphone is on. That is good. Cool, okay. So I need, not like a super dark grey, but enough to do like the shading on the teeth. And also under his muzzle. Alright. Actually, that might be too dark still, so we'll go a tad lighter. I am going to go over there with the muzzle again. Might blend it out with some white, actually. Oh, we've got hair on there. We don't want hair on there. Actually, I think it's slightly darker in the corner because it's overhung by his muzzle. black dark line between the teeth. Nope, I'm getting confused now. My coffee's on the right hand side and my water's on the left. Don't want to dip my paintbrush in coffee water. That would not be good. I'm drinking that. Although I guess at some point every artist that ever painted has dipped their brush in their drink. It's just a fact. It happens. We'll go with that black into the corner there and get really dark. Well, not really dark, but darker where the muzzle's shaded over it. I imagine that the teeth would be like made of, I don't know, would it be, not enamel, what's that like really hard material that a lot of stuff is made of? It would probably be made from that. And they'd probably end up like going really like yellowy as they age. Oops, that is not the wet. Is it enamel? Might be enamel. I don't know. Okay. Let's mostly just dark along the top there. Dry off too much. Need to redo that black patch as well, I think. Debating whether or not to go to an art club thing tomorrow. I'll probably go along the bottom of the drawer again there as well. Cause I'm all alone. To make sure that stays more white. Might have to come back in when it dries a little bit to add a little touch more white. And also need to add like a little white rim around the muzzle dots. Some muzzle dots. This was a bad idea. Right, I'm gonna let that dry and add white to that after it's dried. Actually, what I might do is do the black patch now, because the white teeth kind of go over it and the black is more in the back, so... Okay. And then with the white teeth, I'll just kind of paint near enough over those. Let's go with a whitey grey. Whitey grey. Can that be considered a colour? Whitey grey? I'm using whitey grey. Get lighter towards the edge, because as it goes to the right hand side of his mouth, the teeth are... I mean, technically they're all white, but it looks better with like a spattering of darks and greys on him. That might be a bit too much water on there, actually. And I'll go around the muzzle and the bottom of his jaw again with the browns that I used, just to take up. Okay, note to self, streaming at this sort of time on a Thursday, apparently not the best idea. Okay, now I have more white as it dries. Or when it dries, I should say. Blend that through. Might have to wait for those to dry a little bit before I can blend them through with the white. Especially the ones on this, although this one's nearly ready, so that's cool. Also, hey, if you're just hopping in, welcome to the stream. It's quiet, but it's chill, and that's what we like. Okay, I'm gonna add some white on this side, I think. Hope you're having a good day. That's the bottom of his jaw there, so I'm going to go along there with brown later, or once the teeth are dry. Okay. Need to add a little bit more white to those, I think. Oof, my hand's falling asleep. Don't fall asleep, hand. I need you. You are required for the painting. Please, no. Don't fall asleep. Definitely need to go along that bottom jaw soon. Oh no. So if there's anybody in the chat right now, who is your favorite Fnaf character and why? Give you lurkers something to talk to me about. That's not white, it's grey. Maybe I should turn the music down. I don't know if that's too loud. Let's turn this down a bit. Okay, it's there a little bit. I don't want it to be super loud. Well, this was a stupid idea. Oh well. Okay. Alright, I need to try and mix up the same muzzle colour that I did last time now. Oh no, not the same muzzle color. Try and get that to be more whitish than grey. Alright, I think I'm going to leave the teeth as is now and then do the muzzle, or go around the muzzle and the bottom of his jaw just to cover up where the teeth have gone over. So I think I used this one for the muzzle. Yep, so it was ochre and the light brown with some white, I think. Ochre and light brown with the white. But he's getting there. He has teeth now. I just need to go over the muzzle and the top of the jaw. Where did I put the white? There it is. Mix some of this up. I think we went more with the ochre than I did with the light brown. Let's get some water in there. Alright, I'm just going to turn it back around so I can go over the bottom. So actually it looks like the muzzle is going down over the teeth, like they're supposed to. Need to try and get more of that ochre in there too. There's a lot of paint on there. Hi, hi, if you're just hopping in, welcome. Right, for the bottom I need the... Okay, maybe not. This was a fucking stupid idea to stream. guess this was a bit of a mistake, huh? Okay, that one's kind of in the darker area of the jaw, so if I just do that. Yeah, fingers, wake up. Why are you falling asleep? Don't like it. Don't like it. Right. With that done, I'm going to add in just a little patch of darker where that other tooth is. And that's the inside of the jaw. And just go over the black here. Hello, if you just hopped into the chat, welcome. Okay. Let's add some highlights around those whiskers, or the whisker dots, I should say. Alrighty, I think I'm happy with the teeth and the way the jaw is now covering them. So I'm just going to add some highlights to the whisker dots. And move on to the top of his face. Let's add more water to those. Alright, so now I can move on to the top of his face. So I think I did, was it burnt sienna? I think it was more burnt sienna mixed. Right, with the goldish colour. I think that's about right. Needs to be darker than the muzzle, so think I need to go ever so slightly darker. I guess that's the nice thing with this, you can kind of like blend in the colour. I think I put a bit too much paint on there initially. I think I need to add some of the dark in there. I can't remember what I did for the bottom of his jaw there. That's better. Adding a patch of that darker colour in there. Might do it slightly darker around the eye and the edge of into the muzzle there. That's starting to look a bit better. Although it's still not quite the colour of the bottom jaw. I can't remember what I did to do that colour. Hello, hello! If you're just hopping into the stream, welcome. Good to have you here. And yeah, I can definitely see that the top is... Hope you're having a wonderful day. And we've got the back of his head there, which should be darker, actually. And then this goes up around the ear holes. So I'll do the back of that in a bit. Mind you, I like doing like all different tones in his face, because one single colour is boring. And because the animatronics themselves actually have like fur, it kind of gives that, not the fur effect, but like the effect that it's old and musty and dirty with all the different patches of colour. Definitely want to get a little bit darker in around the eye there, and I'm on my own again. Yay. Welcome into the stream. I like the idea of going dark around the eye. God. Say hello. Hey there, Jason. How are you doing? Welcome in. How's your day today? Okay, I like that. I might do a darker patch up around near where his ear hole is. And definitely want to do like the back of his head a tad darker than the rest. Okay. So if I just go around with the brown there, and then I can add the black where the hole is and the grey afterwards. So up to his hat. I feel like the microphone is drowning, not the microphone, the music might be drowning me out, but it's, leave it there. Okay. He's actually starting to come together really well now that I've done part of his face. I'll do the darkness where the ear goes into the head. And I think I might do his ear like almost the kind of colour that his muzzle is, just to differentiate it a little bit. Well, hello everyone that has just hopped in. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. And then his hat's there, so might try and do like the rest of his face first so he has a head, and then I can concentrate on his ears. It's probably going to be the best way to go. Actually, I think the left side of his face is slightly darker in the reference picture that I've got. That's fine. I can re-go over the black parts that I've accidentally painted. Okay. I really wish there was a way that I could make his nose honk. That would be hilarious. And very in keeping with Freddy, being able to hear his nose honk. I'm careful that I don't get any paint on my hands because I don't want to dab it all over the bloody painting. I'm I'm going to go darker down around the nose as well, I think. And also there's a slight edge where it dips into the eye as well, so we'll do like really dark there. I require coffee. It's kind of there. And it like goes into the eye. Oops. Or dips into the eye, I should say, and then I can add some more black around it. Too much water. Okay. Added too much water to that and washed it out. And it's lighter on the edge. Alright. Blend that with some of the lighter gold. Might even add some white to that actually. Dun, dun, dun. And go over his nose as well. Redefine the eyebrow shape. Don't know which side the handprint is supposed to be on. Might be on the left, I don't know. I think it was on the left. Hard to say. Once I've done the other side of his face, I'll re-go over with the black on the eyes and nose and eyebrows. And do where his ear holes are. And we'll do this side. Might mix some of this darker brown in because I think this side of his face is actually slightly more in the shadow. So not that it matters. Might mix darker brown in here. Darker brown in here because he's shadowed on this side. And the dip there, I'll add like some black to define it. Okay, might use some water just to curve that around the side a bit more. What this art group is going to be like. It's probably going to be full of like older ladies and men. Hello, if you're just hopping into the chat, welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. And they're gone. Why do I even bother? Evidently this sort of time on a Thursday is not a good time for streamings. Noted. Well, at least he's got most of a head now. I think I might just maybe end the stream and just go and play Subnautica. Sort out my base. He's got like a shadow underneath the hat, or where the hat is. Might do a little bit of black right in the corner there and blend it out. Okay. Black. And I've got black on my palette. I don't want too much though. Let's blend that out. Alright. Oh, I need to do the other side of his jaw too. Alright, so the other side of this jaw is slightly lighter, but it's still dark. So if we mix it with this. goes down just behind the jaw. Right. I'm going to do his ear lighter. Because then this bit is actually coming up into some shadow where his ear is. Hello, Lincoln. How you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Alright, that's going to go into black. Hey, Reese! Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Hey, funny. I'm not funny. It's going to go just under his ear, and then I might do some black just where it curves. Nifty, hello, welcome. Oh, you're friends. Okay, that's cool. Well, welcome to the stream. Either way, good to have you all here. I don't normally stream on a Thursday, but I had some free time. Okay, cool. Oh, thank you, Reese. I appreciate that. I try. I had some free time today, so I figured I might as well try and carry on with Freddy on stream. So that's what I'm doing. Just finishing up his head, and then I'm going to move on to his ears and hat. Well, I say his head, his face. Just need to redo some of the black. But how is everyone? Doing okay, I hope? Funness is a good nickname. Right, and then we'll wash out right at the edge. And maybe add a patch of lighter. Sorry, I've got to turn it so I can see. Yeah, who's your favorite FNAF character? Mine is Springtrap. Since I already painted him. What about everyone else? Who is everyone's favorite FNAF character and why? Bonnie, that's a good choice. Bonnie before Springtrap came about, Bonnie was my favorite. I guess Bonnie is like a newer version of you like blue. That's fair. Blue's a good color. I like blue too. Like a newer version of Springtrap. Okay, right. I'm gonna do the black patch around his ear, or where the shadow is, I should say. So it kind of comes into there, and then it goes around onto here too. Jackie the Clown. Is that a character from the newest one, The Secret of the Mimic? Foxy's good too. I like Foxy. Me and Foxy have a love-hate relationship because when I was playing Fnaf and I was trying to do 420 mode, he would always freaking jump scare me at the last minute when I was literally just hanging on waiting for 6 a.m. So I never actually managed to do 420 mode. I tried my hardest. It just never came to be. That's cool. I've never actually played Secret of the Mimic. Probably should at some point. No worries, Reese. Thank you for dropping in. It's been a pleasure to meet you. Hopefully we'll see you again. Me? I'm going to do his ear over the top of that, because obviously... And then I want to redo the around the eyes and the eyebrows. Oops, that might be too much water. Too much! We don't want too much. Right, so his ear is actually lighter. So if we do the like the goldenish brown. Just so I can kind of see where it is in terms of everything else. Many complications later, he's still trying. Oh no. That's got mixed in with the black there. Oh no. I've seen videos of him, I'm too scared to play it. That's fair, Nifty. I didn't know what to expect when I first played the very first one. But some of the jump scares, oh my goodness. Like, especially when you're not expecting them. Like, after a while it becomes a little bit old hat and you just kind of like, yeah. But when you first play it, jeez. It is, like, so suspenseful. Might wait on that side till the black dries a bit. What I might do is get the base colour in for the ears and stuff, because I've done most of him on stream now. I don't know if I should carry on. I think that the game that got me the most with jump scares would probably be Fnaf 4. I think the jump scares in that one are some of the scarier ones with the nightmare animatronics. Especially because you have to listen at the door for Nightmare Chica and Bonnie. The inside of his ear actually goes to a point, so... Need to redo some of the black in a tick. I didn't think Fnaf 3 was that bad when it comes to jump scares. Because obviously most of them don't actually kill you, they just make it easier for Springtrap to get to you. Like, and if you manage Springtrap, like, you can actually keep him trapped between two specific cameras, like, that are the furthest away from the office. So that was actually pretty easy. Right, I think I'm gonna leave that to dry so I can do, like, the darker side. No worries, Lincoln. Like, no one's expected to be here. To be honest, I think I'm gonna redo some of the black and then end the stream. I don't think Thursday afternoons are a particularly good time to stream. But I had some spare time, so I figured I'd give it a go. Also, I don't know why I'm getting black. I have black on my palette. So... just want to redo some of the black. Can someone help him? What's he trying to do? You can't access the artwork server. Oh, do you mean like the Discord server? That's easy enough. Let me go over here. Okay, yeah, that's an easy fix. All he needs to do, not that one, not that. Da, 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 da. If he already has Discord installed, all he needs to do is click this, and it should take him to it. So yeah, hopefully that'll... well, not hopefully, that should take him to the server, and then he just needs to, like, join it. Just gonna redo around the eyes. You always come back. Well, welcome back, Reese. It's funny you should mention Springtrap, though. Like, since I already did a painting of him. Or some artwork of him. Right, let's redo these eyebrows. But yeah, if you are just joining the Discord as well, I am hosting an art competition at the moment, so make sure you check out the details if you're interested in entering. It's already in the server, no, so I just won't show up for him. It might be because he doesn't have a role. Let me do that. Open up Discord. He's on the phone. Yeah, it should still show up if he's on the phone. I think it might just be because he doesn't have a role yet. Let me do that right now. Reese, there you are. Let's give you a role. Right, he should be able to see all the servers now, or all the channels, I should say. Hopefully. If not, I might have to have a tinker after this stream. That's that. Let's do the other one and then the other eye. Whoops, nearly did it on the ear then. And just so you know, guys know as well, there is going to be another stream tomorrow, or my usual stream tomorrow, I should say. I'm going to be working on some animation and working on Gompaz's walk cycle. Let's do the other eye, or around the eye. That might be a tad too much water. Okay. Ooh, he looks scary. Scary Freddy. Maybe I'll continue and finish him today. I don't want to leave him like half-assed now. I started him. I'm gonna finish. Alright, I'm going to add the bottom of his hat in as well before I move on to this ear again. But he's looking pretty good now. Let's move on to that bottom part of his hat. I need to bring up my reference again. Okay. Give Freddy a hat. It's just his ears and the bottom of his body that I need to do. What sort of background should I give him? Like Springtrap I gave like the bloody fingerprints and the I always come back quote. Maybe some black and white stars? The stage, I don't want to do like too much detail in the background. I kind of just want to do like I did with Springtrap. I don't want to paint a whole ass background. It just needs to be something to like take away some of the white. Oh, I know. We'll do musical notes. That makes sense since Freddy is the singer of the band, I guess. I think that'll work quite nicely. Right, I'll let that dry and then I'll do the top part of his hat. At some point, I might try and paint a Reaper from Subnautica. Maybe it will help me get over my fear of the bastards. And also, I think they'd be quite fun to like do in this sort of like watercolor gouache paint. Right, I'm gonna let this dry a little bit and then I'll work more into the hut. Are you allowed to post scary stuff? You can post scary stuff, just make sure that it's safe for work. Like no, like nudity, no... You can post stuff that has some blood, but not that's excessively violent. And yeah, just make sure it's safe for work, really. Need some more of the ochre in there. Right, now on the top, I might have to do that side of his ear slightly lighter. So I need to do the pole that's holding it in place, obviously. Then we'll do inside of his ear. It's actually slightly darker than the outside. Go like that, because that's the edge of his ear on the outside there. I'm gonna do inside le darker. But I'm lit tired. Well, take a nap. And then destroy them, or launch the missiles. Right, I'm going to do the base darker. I'm going to go lighter around the edge of the ear there too. Maybe add some patches of the darker. If you haven't already and you're enjoying the stream and you are new here, please consider slapping the like button and subscribing. Right, I'm going to add some of the darker brown into this as well. And we'll do the inside and the pole holding the ear in place. Do some darker patches. If I'm honest, I think Freddy here has come out better than Springtrap did. Maybe it's just me, but that's how I feel on this one. We're definitely going to get some darker browns on the inside of the ear there and on the edge. Do some patchy brown. Oh, that's not brown, that's black. Michael, don't leave me here. Let's do right at the base. Let's do the inside of his ear, which is going to be like the really darky brown, with patches of grey around where the shading is. I think I've done his ear too square as well, like his ear's meant to be rounded. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. Not quite sure how I can fix that. I mean, I could cut the paper. That might be what I have to do there. I don't know why I did it that pointed shape. I guess because the inside of his ear is actually pointed, but the outside is rounded. Although I could try and make it more round, I suppose, rather than cutting the paper. Might be my best option with that one. Yeah, I think I might have to try and do that. Make his ear slightly more rounded. Maybe take it out a bit more on this side. Alright, let's do this. So if we take it more round to the edge here. I think it needs to be slightly more goldenish too. With maybe patches of lighter brown in there. Need to wait for that to dry, I think, before I can work more onto it, because I don't want to spread the black around. Alright, so I'm going to wait for this to dry and start on the other ear. Actually, I could probably do the metal piece first. I'll leave it at that. I don't want to do any more on this until it's dry and I can work into it. I might just repaint it the gold colour and redo it. But we'll wait for the black to dry first. Reference. So I think I'll start with the gold and then work the other browns in. Hello, if you're just hopping into the chat, welcome. Pleasure to have you here. Hope you're having an amazing day. If you're new, or even if you're not new actually, say hi in the chat. What I'll do is I'll do the shape and the base first. Let that dry and then I can add detail. And I think I need to do the same for that ear, just redo it the golden browny colour, then rework it. Oof, can I actually imagine painting a Reaper Leviathan? That would be freaking scary. I mean, they're scary in general, but... painting one, ugh. I don't even like getting near them in the game. They are the worst. Has anyone else here played Subnautica? I'm having a bit of a binge on it at the moment. It's such a good game, but it's so terrifying. It really knows how to get you with thalassophobia. And I don't suffer from thalassophobia, but the game really gives it to me. Even though I've played it before and I know what's in the depths, it still manages to get you. Your friend hasn't because he's scared. Have you played it? I'm going to let that dry and do the rod that's holding the ear. I need some white for that. Oh, the same reason. That's fair. I mean, it is scary, I'm not going to lie. Like I said, I don't have thalassophobia, but like the game really instilled it into me while I'm like I don't have it in real life, but when I'm playing the game, I just like there's certain areas that I really don't like going into, especially if I know that they have Reaper Leviathans in them. Like the Reapers are the worst thing in that game, I think. And this is the weird thing, right? I can go not go toe to toe, but I can go, hey. Boys, I think you called me PR because you couldn't pronounce. Oh, hey there. Welcome back. How are you doing? And yeah, I think now that you've said it, that does ring a bell. Ah, yes, I remember the name. Yes, I do remember you. Welcome back. How are you? What was I saying? Oh yeah, I can like I don't mind going into the Lost River or dealing with ghost leviathans, but when it comes to Reapers, I just can't. You're doing good. I'm glad to hear it. I think like that comes from like I think on my first playthrough of Subnautica I was messing around behind the Aurora and I didn't realize that's basically the breeding grounds for freaking Reapers. So of course I got grabbed and it just scared the living daylights out of me. Glad you're doing good though, Firefly. Good to see you again. So I'm trying to think on the stream a couple of months ago. Yeah. Yeah, Reapers definitely instill a fear into me that is just I can't. I can't with them. Although to paint one would be pretty fun, I think. Might go a little bit when my name is... It is much easier to pronounce now, yes. I can pronounce that. Good to have you back, though. I'm glad you found the channel again. Just working on a Freddy piece at the moment, as you can see. He's coming along nicely. I'm just waiting for his other ear to dry because I kind of messed it up, so I'm going to repaint it. And contemplating, not on this stream obviously, but contemplating painting a Reaper Leviathan. Ah. Might put a little bit of white just on the edge. Blend it upward. But yeah, definitely glad you managed to find your way back though. Alright, just gonna re-go over the brown there. I think the channel's come quite a long way since you were last with us though. Okay, cool. I'll leave that as it is. And then I'm going to although it's still not quite dry, so I might leave it for a little bit longer. I'm going to re-go over this ear. I think next Monday I said I was going to paint a realistic animal. Maybe on the Monday after that I can do, once finish, or I'm going to hopefully finish Freddy today, but then maybe we can make our next, like, game character, the Reaper. I'm pretty sure painting is it and going to help me get over my fear of them. Right, so inside the ear is actually darker, so we're going to do that. No worries, Lincoln. I'm going to do it this sort of colour. Okay. You got more alliance? Oh, okay, cool. Amazing. I think on this side it's actually got like a little ridge, so I might do that when I add the black inside the ear. Base colors first, then detail. What's going to be the best way to do this? Probably like that. Maybe turn it up that way so I can, yeah, that's better. Need some more water on it. It's a Freddy Fazbear. Alrighty. I think the outside of this one is also, yeah, it's got a curve there. Alright. Now that I have mentioned it though, I do actually really like the idea. Hello! I really do like the idea of painting a Reaper. Alright, we're going to let that dry and move back over to this other ear now. And do what I did before. I don't think it's curved there. Welcome back again, Reese. I'm just reworking the right ear. I was not happy with it. Then once I've repainted this over, I can go back into the other ear. Like I'm switching between ears. Also really debating whether or not I want to go to this art thingy tomorrow. I want to, but at the same time I don't want to, if that makes sense. Alright, just do this last bit here, and then I can leave this to dry. I might do the metal underneath though, because that disappears down into the head. So I'm going to go along the bottom. Alright, and while that's drying, I will do the pole that's holding this ear. Okay. So let's use that grey that I mixed. Actually, I think this one is slightly darker than the other one. So it's kind of there. It disappears down into the dark. Rough crowd. A little bit. It's a little bit quiet, but that's okay. But yeah, I don't know whether or not to go to this art thing, because I know it's going to be basically like a lot of older people. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but obviously it just feels a bit odd. And also, I don't know what they're going to be doing. Like they on the flyer, it said they do like a variety of stuff, so I have no idea what to expect. To go or not to go? That is the question. Alright, I'll leave the black like that. And do some darker grey on the pole. Okay. Alright. Alright, let's move back over to this other ear then, while that's drying. So if I do maybe this a slightly darker goldish around the edge. So it kind of comes out here and then it's got a rounded. It needs to be slightly darker. That go not quite to the tip. It's got ever so slight darker patches in there. And we'll do inside the ear with the darker browns and the blacks. Okay.
That looking a lot better than the other ear did. Hopefully we can recreate this with the other ear now that it's repainted. There is a lot of paint on there though. I've got to finish his hat. It is very quiet, yes. Although I assume that's because it's a Thursday and people are at school and whatnot, so, you know. It's fine though. You're gonna get streams that are a little bit quiet. Right, let's might put a little bit of highlight on the edge. No talking, no nothing. Yeah, well, some streams are like that. It's unfortunate, but true. Like I said, I'm assuming it's because a lot of my audience are from abroad, so they're either at school or sleeping or things like that. So, alright, let's do this other ear. You're British? Yeah, same. But I mean, obviously, a lot of my audience are from America. Cuppers and fish and chili. A lot of my audience are from America, so they're like mostly 5 hours behind us, so a lot of them are still in school or work or whatever it is. So it's to be expected, to be honest. Hopefully tomorrow's stream will be a little bit more lively, because it'll be at the usual time of 6:30 our time. That's just the way your favourite food is chili. Ooh, that's cool. Not quite sure what my favourite food is. I do not like a nice curry though. Can't beat a good lamb korma. somewhat better than I did. It looks weird because there's a lot of paint layered on there now, but better than it was. But yeah, chili's always good. Can't beat a Sunday roast either. Right, let's do that side of the ear. And the last thing we really need to do is his top hat. And this kind of does the same thing as that ear, so it starts like here-ish, and then it curves around. I'd say it's about there, actually. That definitely looks a lot better than it did. Glad I decided to repaint that. So do you have a favorite dessert? Cool. You don't? You're not a dessert person, or you just can't pick? Pomegranate and dragon. You know what? I've never actually had dragon fruit. I've seen it, but I've never actually tried it. You can't pick. That's fair. I think when it comes to desserts, for me, it's anything that is like caramel, toffee, or Biscoff. What? Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, never tried it. That looks so much better. I'm so glad I repainted it. So glad I repainted it. Alrighty. You wait for the inside of the ear to dry, and then we'll do that. I'm going to add some darker patches on the top though. If you are just hopping in, welcome. Good to have you here. Da, 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 da. Need to do inside the ear as well with the black and the brown. 2 watching, yep. Nothing wrong with that. Two's better than none. You are the only one chatting, yes. I always do seem to have a lurker that never says anything. So I have a suspicion as to who it is. But I mean, some people do like to watch without saying anything, which is completely fine. I won't say just in case I'm wrong, but yeah. I don't think you'd know them anyway. Alright, let's add the black inside to ear. Alrighty. I think I will go to that art class tomorrow. That's the thing, I don't know if it's an art class or an art, like, group. It wasn't really very specific about what it is. And it also means I have to get up early-ish, which I don't like on my days off. Like, the worst thing ever on a day off is getting up early. But Avada Kedavra. What? What on earth are you trying to do? Mix some of that brown in. Alrighty. Your art has been cursed by the Chupacabra. Hey! I'm the Chupacabra, bitch! We take this. I don't mind my art being cursed by a Chupacabra. Let's just go a tad darker up there, and then I'm going to leave this ear because the paint is getting really freaking heavy on there. And we'll move on to finishing his hat. Yep, I know Hell of a Boss. I love Hell of a Boss. Yes. Yep, big fan of Hell of a Boss.
Chupacadoopra, bitch! That's such a good episode as well. Like, of all the little mini episodes, I think that's probably one of the best ones. Right, hat. And then finishing off his shoulders that you can just about see down below. Who is your favourite character? Is it Blitzo? Need some white. I can definitely do some hell of a boss art. Oh, Wally Wackford. Oh yeah, I could definitely do some art of Wally. I think I remember you saying that actually at one point, that Wally was your favourite. But yeah, for definite I could do that. My schedule is a little bit full at the moment, but we can definitely fit him in somewhere. Pitchforks! Get your inconvenient pitchforks! I say, I say! But yes, I can definitely do some art of Wally. Alright, top hat. Oops. Yeah, 100 more wacky owls! Oh shit. To quote Luna. Sounds like Luna needed owl trowel! Yeah, I've got too much black on there. Right, a hair on my brush then. We don't want hair on the brush, that would be bad. You're the... Oh, okay. That's fair. It's good, you don't need to explain yourself to me. Where did you get that from? Shark Robot? No need to justify yourself to me apart stuff that you own. It's all good. I will not judge. Sounds wrong out of context. It's all good. I'm not going to judge you. Cool. I completely forgot that they did a body pillow for Wally, actually, so that's pretty cute. Just finish the hat, and then we'll do his arms and shoulders down below. Hopefully they won't take too long. We can finish this up. Are you sleeping with an imp? I say, I say. Right, hat. Okay, I think I did do it so you can kind of see like part of his bow tie along with his shoulders. do that as well. Alright. So he's nearly there. What do you think? I definitely think he looks a lot better than Springtrap did. Here's Springtrap for comparison. But I think out of the two of them, I think Freddy has come out nicer. I mean, Springtrap's good, but I think I prefer Freddy. Okay, so I think I did his bow tie just underneath his chin there. So we'll do that next. And then finish off his shoulders. So that's the idea of his bow tie there. Who's ready for Freddy? I need to look in getting prints of these made, I think. Because I've got a con coming up where I'm tabling as an artist. So maybe I'll get some of these made up as prints. It's a game con as well, so... or gaming con, I should say. Mostly tabletop games, but... you never know who's going to be there, so it's always good to have... yeah, a little bit like a Comic-Con. So it's a gaming con, so like tabletop gaming, like cards, Pokemon cards, Lorcana, Yu-Gi-Oh, that sort of stuff. It's in Canterbury, where I live. I do believe it will probably be held up at the university. But yeah, I'm tabling there in Artist Alley. Hartlepool. What's your major city? You are 5 hours away, apparently. Yeah, it looks to be you're about 5 hours away by car. Or 4 hours away by train. So quite a distance. Bless you. That's his bow tie. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, if there was something of mine that you particularly wanted, I could probably put it up, or it could be put up in the merch section on the Discord. No issue with doing that. I mean, at some point, hopefully when the channel, or if the channel hits 500 followers, I am planning to open a merch store as well. Like, not just on the Discord, so my stuff will be available on there too. For anyone that is particularly interested in anything. Just I didn't want to open one too early, if that makes sense. Actually, probably going to need black as well still for the in-between stuff there. So we're going to go around the bottom of his jaw very quickly with some more of that brown. I think it was... Oh, excuse me. So about merch, when you eventually draw Wally, can you have... Yes, you can. You have £50. Well, he wouldn't be that expensive. He'd probably be about 10 to 15. But yes, you can have him. Alright, let's do his arms. Wait, no. Right, so it's gonna be... Yeah, it wouldn't be that, because they're small. They're only like A5 pieces, so yeah, he wouldn't be super expensive. And then I'll do like a shade of dark brown under the, or browny black under the arm there. It's cool, no worries. I got that feeling. I'm sure we can sort something out for you. Alright, and then the top is like the goldeny brownie. The goldeny brownie. Like I said, he's not going to be, like, if you want him, he won't be that expensive. Only about 10 to 15 pounds. Like I said, they're only A5 bits of paper. And I'd give followers a discount on my work anyway. So, like I said, I'm sure we can sort something out for you. That won't break the bank. Right, so his jaw is actually in front of the arm piece. I'll mail it to you. If you're comfortable giving me your address, obviously I won't keep any details you choose to send me. As soon as it's sent, I would delete anything you give me. But yeah, it would have to be like that. And obviously, your details wouldn't be shared with anybody else. It would be between me and you. Yeah. And like I said, I wouldn't be sharing your details with anybody else. Like, literally, as soon as I'd sent the piece, I'd delete any messages you sent me with that sort of information. We'd do it through Discord, so I'd private message you and we'll do it that way. Like I said, I don't want, obviously, your information to be shared with anyone else. So, cool. So when I get around to doing him in a couple of weeks' time, we'll sort something out for you. He's on my to-do list now. So I think next week on Monday it's going to be a realistic animal, I think I was going to do. Actually, I'll tell you what, we can do that one next week, the realistic animal, and then the Monday after that I can do Wally. And we'll push the Reaper Leviathan back. Let's add some darker into there. Hey Andy, how you doing? And thank you, he's getting there slowly. Hi. I know I don't normally stream on a Thursday, but I was bored and wanted to finish this, so here I am. Hope you're okay. Just finished work. Oh, fair. I'm okay. Like I said, I was just feeling a little bit bored and feeling like I wanted to do something arty. And as I'm going to be animating tomorrow, I figured I would finish good old Freddy and get him done because he's been sitting staring at me since I left off last on Monday. Just like, okay, I'll finish you. And a couple of weeks' time, I'm going to be drawing and painting Wally Wackford for Lincoln. But yeah, overall not too bad. Got my antibiotics finally, so hopefully they'll help. Oh, on that note, what's the time? I've got half an hour before I need to take the next one. He's come along. I think I prefer him. I was saying to Lincoln, I prefer him. Well, not prefer him, but I think he's turned out better than Springtrap did. Yeah, fingers crossed. If it doesn't, then I'm probably going to have to go in for a consultation, though, which sucks, but anything to get rid of whatever it is. Do this simmer just now. Wait until I've actually done the piece, Lincoln, and then we'll sort it out. But yeah, hopefully it will get sorted now. I'm starting to wonder if it was or is a chest infection, and that's why it's stuck around so long. He definitely does. Like, I think it's his eyes. Like they really give that alive feel to it, if that makes sense. Although I might redo the white on there just so that it's a little bit brighter. But he definitely has a very different vibe to him than Springtrap does. So I'm going to swim because I have a cough. Oh, I'm sorry. I really hope it's not what I've got or had, because it sucks. Yeah, I am starting to wonder if I have a chest infection. Hence why it's dug its claws in and just won't bugger off. Also, hello to everyone that has just hopped into the stream. Welcome. Hi, it's Cassidy! Shouldn't you be haunting Golden Freddy, Cassidy? You think so, Andy? How you doing today, Cassidy? And anybody else that has just hopped into the stream, welcome too. Good to have you here. If you are new and you like what you see, please remember to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more art and animation content. I am going to be animating tomorrow. Doing okay, thank you. Just finishing up on Freddy here. Just got his other shoulder to go and the background, and he's done. Well, that's what I was hoping, Andy. Like, I didn't want it to be just one solid color because obviously they are like animatronics that have been left to rot and they've got bodies inside them, so they wouldn't just be one solid color. And I feel like the blendings really helped with that. Like, to give it that organic feel, like you said. Or I tried, anyway. I tried my hardest. Look at you talking art. I know, right? Look at you getting all arty. I am very proud of you, yes, for talking art. You're talking the art language now. We'll have you painting in no time. William Afton is real. Okay. Alright, let's do his other shoulder. Maybe. We'll get you there. Probably quite high, I'd imagine. Considering he's stuck in purgatory, just dying over and over again. Ultimate Custom Night, I never got on with. I think I played it once and was like, nope, can't do it. But yes, I am going to be doing some animation tomorrow, so if that's your jam, swing by at around 6:30 UK time, because we're going to be animating Gompaz's walk cycle. I've started it, like I've done one step, now we need to do the other step.
and have him walk across the screen taking a big chomp out of a text box. I'm going to put some musical notes on this one. Like we did the blood for Springtrap, this one's going to have musical notes. The thing is, Freddy doesn't really have a quote, does he? Apart from, like, his nose honking and the har, 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 har. But I can't really put that on a Stompers Becomes Chompers. Yes, he does. Can't really put that on the card. You're going to be taking a chomp out of my text box. We've got quite a full schedule going forward. Like next Monday, we're going to be painting a realistic animal of some description. I think I've decided what I want to do, but not 100% sure yet. Then Friday, obviously, is our animation streams. And the Monday after that, we're going to be painting Wally Wackford. Welcome to the show. I mean, it could do. Could do welcome to the show. Or showtime. It's showtime. Sorry, painting right on the edge here is a bit awkward. But so very glad I decided not to do Nightmare Freddy. And at some point I will be painting, I will be painting the Reaper from Subnautica. Could I draw you, Golden Freddy? I could do at some point, yes. It's definitely an option. At this point, I'll be making my way through the entire cast of the first game. Just line that up to the... Also, hello if you're just hopping in. I see there's 6 people in here currently. Good to have you here. Hope you're well. Make sure you say hellos in the chats. Alright, let's just add some highlights and re-highlight his eyes. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Like, having the whole cast would be pretty cool, because then I could offer them as a set at the con. And on that note, I need to find somewhere that's a bit cheaper than the printers I was using, because I don't want to spend the amount of money I spent last time. Alright, let's add some highlights. I need my white. Just along the edge of his arms and one side of his face, I think. So maybe just this side, because that side's darker. So if we go here... I mean, someone's already asked me to draw Foxy, so that's Although to be fair, Springtrap isn't part of the main cast. He didn't appear until part Fnaf 3, so... But yeah, someone's asked me to do Foxy. We've got someone asking me to do Golden Freddy. Right, let's add a or re-highlight his eyes just to make them that little bit brighter, and he's done. Apart from the background, which I will do. He's ready to find a new victim to bite. Alright. There he is. Right, what colour should I do the showtime? What colour? There's not really a lot of room to add showtime in there, is there? I guess we'll do it black. Showtime. Maybe, actually, should I write showtime or should I just do musical instruments? There's not a lot of space. Musical instruments, musical notes, I mean. Although I suppose I can write showtime up here. Or showtime maybe down here. Oh, too much paint. Or it's showtime. Alrighty. And then we'll do musical notes on the rest of it. Maybe in like a blue to match his eyes. Maybe just the blue. I think just the blue. But yeah, that works. It's showtime. We'll go with the cobalt that I used to do his eyes. Right, let's look up a musical note image. Oh. Musical notes. Do some simple ones in here. Actually, the blue complements like all the brown and black on here quite well. could do the notes to his... Oh, no, I'm not doing that. That's too much. You mean the Toreador March, right? Yeah, I think it just looks better with just the blue musical notes. Might have to sketch that one in first. I can't reach my pencils! Oh no! They are out of my tiny arms' reach. Come here. Shut up. Right, I'm gonna sketch this one in first. I think that's kind of how it is. Oh no, that goes, the curve goes around into it. I don't know. Some water on there. It was a nice idea though. I just think it would be a little bit much. And also I don't have a whole lot of space. Oops, a bit much. That one looks a little bit rough. I think one more. Alright, I don't want to overdo it. I think that's good. Last thing to do is sign it. And of course my black pens are all the way over there. Gosh darn it. Guess I'm signing it in black paint then. Oh no. And we will sign it here. Brush does not do sixes well. But there we go. Freddy is finished. And I've got to say, I'm really proud of this one. Pencil, you go down there. Got a lot of water on my desk. Yeah, honestly, super proud of this one. Like, I think he came out, like, really well. Like, I'm not saying Springtrap didn't, but I definitely prefer him. Or prefer Freddy to Springtrap. In terms of the artwork. Brush go in there.
Where's the other brush? Oh, there it is. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for being in this stream and hanging out and watching. It's been a pleasure finishing this up with you guys. If you're interested in purchasing either of them, you can do so on our Discord. I will link that in the chat for you. Where are we? If you want to join our Discord, there's the link. And like I said, if you want to purchase either of these, you can do so over there. I'm also holding an art competition at the moment, so if you're interested in joining that, you're more than welcome to. If you haven't already, remember to like and subscribe to, or like the video and subscribe to the channel, because it really does help YouTube, like how to like not even how to explain it, but it really like makes YouTube sit up and take notice of the channel. So I'd really appreciate it if you could do that. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for our animation stream. Take care, and until then, see you later. Bye.